Okay, everybody, welcome back. This is Sunbird Neptune 201. It's been a project of mine that I brought back from the state of Florida. The transom when I first got it was cut out. I'm just going to give everybody an overview. Transom was cut out when I very first got the boat. I had to create a series of things to accomplish getting this top off. What I did is I ended up creating hoist that I braced trusses, sandwiched the trusses in with 2x6 by 12s. Then I used 4x4s all the way to the top of the ceiling. I ended up getting one from Harbor Freight. One of the hoists is an 800-pound double hoist. The second one is a 1-ton chain hoist. So just to give everybody a little bit of a recap on it, as you can see, this boat is tore up. I've got foam laying everywhere, dust everywhere. It doesn't even matter where you look. I'm walking in dust now. My little kid's train is dusted and everything's just nasty in here right now. The motor that was on it was 150 horse. Let me see if I can get everybody a nice picture of this motor. It's 150 horse Mercury Force stainless steel prop. You really can't see nothing. But anyway, what I did is I ended up today was transom and cutting everything out day, and I accomplished this through the course of last week to get all the wood cut and everything else done. As you can see all my stringers are now done. All the little side, I don't think what I'd call them, little side stabilizers, middle stabilizers. Then you got your main stabilizers. But the boat is pretty much ready for fiberglassing at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and get it ready. Here's the transom. Let me see if I can get a better picture of the transom for everybody, rather than looking at it like that. You can see the transom right there in the picture. All cut out, all done, ready to roll. Just a matter of tabbing it in, fiberglassing it, and that'll be over the course of the next couple videos. I just ordered the resin actually tonight. So everybody knows when you order resin, you gotta wait and blah, blah, blah. And then the temperature's gotta be a certain element in the garage. And I've got a couple drafts in here, living in Ohio. It's a big change from the state of Florida. But that's what the stringers should look like when you're completely finished. There's a couple spots that I've noticed. Right down, like, I don't know if you can see them. You can see where the bottom of the edge is not meeting up perfect. But that's kind of a good thing, because I didn't want it meeting or laying perfectly flat on that anyway. I didn't want to create any rough spots for the fiberglass when it was on the water and under pressure. But now you can see what it looks like. The next step will be to, like I said, tabbing everything in, fiberglassing everything in. And I'm going to change the design on this, excuse me, just a hair. And instead of leaving it open, this is what the manufacturer had done originally. They left all this open. They went maybe 6 inches along the stringers, about midway with the fiberglass. They did not encase the whole entire thing. You asked me, it was a very poor design. It could have been a little bit better than what it was. But we're going to go ahead and change that, and I'm going to show everybody on YouTube on how exactly I do it, so maybe you can replicate how I do it. You can see right in the center section here where the ribs for the stabilizers are that literally hold the stringers apart and stuff. If you look right along this section right here, I got it cut off at the camera level. We're going to run a piece of 3/8 plywood clear all the way to the front of the boat. And we're going to make it look a lot different in here. The manufacturer would be proud. If anybody ever does another one of these, by the way, this is a 95 Sunbird Neptune, 201. It's a one-piece fiberglass design. You can see right here. Just one piece. Not a whole lot to it. See if I can get you a better picture up here. And yes, we can. Yep, see, there's the Florida's old tag, and goody. This is what the old floor used to look like. You can see down at the bottom. Now imagine that with the stringers. The stringers were trashed. Here's another piece of old floor. I saved it so I could replicate it. It's not going back in the boat. To give everybody a recap on how I did the stringers. These pieces here, the transom is 1.5 inches wide. I used 5-ply standard construction of plywood. I was going to go with marine ply, but after extensive research on the internet, I just opted to go with the standard construction ply. Right here, these are actually, to get the length that I needed to create, these are 3/8 put together to create the three-quarter thickness that I needed to get. I staggered the edges, and what I mean by staggering is my first piece on the stringer cut would be 8 foot, my second piece would be 6 foot, leaving a 2 foot gap. That way I could join my next 8 foot run to that 2 foot. Just giving everybody an idea of how I did it. So it creates strength, so I didn't have to make a sister joint on the inside anywhere. It was just one long solid run. See where this is met up with the transom? This one actually, this is the secondary stringer. I cut out a resting place for this. This is on, I cut out one of the 3/4 pieces of transom. And that's just so the secondary stabilizers could rest in there. I made them so they were longer, so they'd rest in there and be comfortable so they wouldn't move so much. And it's going to make for a much stronger, tighter bond when I tab in the epoxy all around that wood and allow it to soak in. All the ledge here has been completely cut all the way around. That's where the motor mounts. You can already see that. I still have existing fiberglass. This was existing on the boat. Unsure if I'm going to use it at this point. I'm almost considering just saying hell with using this and just going back over the whole the outside and just creating a whole new shell. But I know I cut these down right below the length. I don't know if you can see it. Of the old existing fiberglass, so I can rewrap another layer over that. This part of the transom, which is the middle section, is where it joins up with this little section right here. So rather, I'm not only going to glue the outside right here, but I'm also going to wrap layers of fiberglass over and around it. I've got to create the thickness, which is this thick on these edges here. And a lot of that, you know, it looks like on some of this boat, it looks like they used a lot of epoxy. I'm really starting to think that the thickness, total thickness, maybe 1/4 inch. And it looks like there's a bunch of epoxy on it. Or, sorry, Bondo, not epoxy. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do away with the Bondo. We're not going to be re-replicating Bondo. We're going to be fixing that little issue. And it'll be fiberglassed and epoxied to eliminate any stress points that could possibly mess up anything within the transom. But just giving everybody the recap so everybody can see. Like I said, my subsequent videos from this point on will be the rest of the rebuild and everything else associated with it. If anybody has any questions or comments, feel free to message me on the comment section with an email and I'll gladly get back to you and try giving you whatever advice I can on how I accomplished what I did with this boat. With that being said, I thank everybody for watching my videos and have a wonderful night. Bye.